Talking to your mic there, General Higgs.
Who?
Just
General Higgs?
General Higgs.
General Higgs talking into the microphone. Wishing I could get into your mum's dojo. She has a little dojo upstairs. That's a lot of information.
What the fuck?
She does.
I know. I've seen the dojo.
You've seen your husband shine.
I've seen her dojo, okay.
Oh, right. Good podcast stuff.
Welcome to the elusive episode 2.7 of Wetbrain Cheek's podcast that probably nobody has been waiting for.
Apart from maybe, I think Fonzie.
Fonzie.
The only one that's been waiting for
Fonzie
this
probably has been waiting. And
like eagerly waiting.
I'm happy to record this just for Fonzie alone.
Yeah.
For this episode, I myself personally will be taking on an interview with personal trainer, strongman contender James Morley, and we'll be talking about fitness shit. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's actually
fitness,
quite
dietary, just kind of
like a bit of everything. We tackle erectile dysfunction. We tackle what it takes to become a strongman. We talk about the extreme levels of fucking weight loss, strongman, or just general.
Are you sure you talked to him? Because you don't seem to.
I don't know, actually.
You don't seem like you really know.
Shut up, man, right?
Anyway. Strong men, they lift stuff and they look good.
We had a good conversation. You'll hear it in this episode. I recorded it last week. It's been a long week.
He's selling it so good.
It's been a long week. It's brilliant. It's very good. It is though. It is good.
I know. I've heard it. It's good.
It is
but
good.
You're not like fucking hell. You're better at interviewing than fucking selling the interview.
I find it hard to sell myself, but give me a bitch to interview. I'll interview that bitch. Anyway, right.
Moving on.
Since that last time we recorded, right, there's been a couple of events that happened.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened in the world. Like we might as well have taken a hiatus. It's been that long since we recorded that episode.
Yeah.
I think it's actually longer than the last time when I gave you loads of grief.
I know, yeah.
This time I didn't even
it was both of us this time. It was both of us this time. It was too many things happened.
Yeah, it's a lot
it just didn't pan out.
No, it didn't. But here we go. I've got a list. Right.
Oh.
It since the last recording.
Here we go. When Dean makes lists, he thinks,
I love lists.
I'm the shit.
I love lists.
I made the list. Listen to me. All right,
Yeah.
go on.
Oh well, no, it's my turn for the intro.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of interested though as well.
Kind of intro.
Kind of introed, but I'm kind of interested because we kind of forgot I don't even know when we last recorded. When was it?
This is like time hop for Wetbrain Cheeks.
I'll forget by tomorrow again if you didn't tell me.
I don't know. I think it was like late January, and then released the episode 4 weeks later or something like that. Because it was essentially
we just fucked up this year.
Yeah, it was essentially like an after Christmas episode that came out in February. But anyway, number 1.
Right. Oh, it's bullet pointed.
It's actually not. I didn't go for that fucking format.
Why are you doing it like that?
I don't know.
Alright, go on, you fucking dipso.
We celebrated our 1 year anniversary as a barely active podcast.
Yeah.
I think we celebrated on the 12th of February, and that was actually the next time we were supposed to record,
but we couldn't,
and it just has fallen through since then. It's like nearly April.
It's been shocking.
It's been bad.
It's been shocking.
We were actually supposed to record that day, and then something fell through on that day, and then it's just been a domino effect since. But
it's blamed on me, but it was both of us.
It was both of us, I think. Was it?
I can't.
I think for that specific one, it might have been you.
Alright, dickhead.
I think you've had our fair share.
Alright, you had an anniversary. What else happened? You have a list. I can see in front of you. You have a list of shit. Like, obviously nobody else can see this, but I can see his phone. He's scrolling. Like, there's like a double paragraph full of shit, and I really don't think that much stuff happened.
Paragraph, right?
Yeah, double paragraph.
Yeah. Second thing.
On the second paragraph, did you cut in further?
Kurt Zuma is charged with the general beatdown of his children's house cat.
Oh, I'm not saying that on that.
Right. Well, we know that happened. We don't have to touch on it. It just happened.
Yeah, it's great.
The next thing is Wordle became a worldwide sensation.
Yeah, no, fuck it. I had that on mine as well. I had notes on this, yeah. Wordle is the shit. At the start, I thought it was dopey. I didn't like it. Dopey. I'm bringing that in. Dopey.
Is that one of your guesses?
Nah, it's one of my guesses. First guess, no letters. Second guess, no letters. Third guess, moist. It was the word. That was it. Straight up, moist was the word.
Oh, you actually showed me the screenshot. You actually showed the screenshot.
And I don't post that on Twitter every time I do Wordle because I'm not a prick.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, no, you do it every time because
No,
you're a
not
prick.
every time. Sometimes
only when you get it.
Only when it's an impressive one. Right.
Man, you're a spa. Like,
if it's impressive, I want people to know that I'm an impressive human.
you know, Wordle's actually alright. It's alright.
Did you hear about the story that it saved a woman's life in America?
In the Americas.
In the US of A.
In the Americas. How? Why?
Basically,
Is this like a Pokemon Go kind of thing?
No, what happened was...
Do you remember that?
No, I remember, but let's not go there.
Found dead body because Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but,
do you remember that?
Yeah, but listen. Wordle, right, saved a woman's life because her and her, I think her ma or her sister or something, were sending like their Wordle results every day without fail for weeks. And then all of a sudden she didn't get the Wordle.
She knew something was up.
Didn't get the Wordle notification. And she knew something was up, so she got the police to go over and check her house, and she was being held hostage in her gaff in like upstate New York or some shit. And the police came in and fucking...
Because me Elwyn didn't sell me Wordle. Called the police. Police for some reason entertained it, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hostage.
She hasn't sent you the fucking Wordle?
Someone's definitely fucking up around.
And it was
here.
a good one today. But yeah, no, saved her life. She could have been killed. Could have been murdered.
Did you not know the word was spoon? One of the hostages like, spoon, man.
The twist is, but this is the twist. The hostage had her held hostage because he wanted to know.
Fuck off. Is this a joke? Are you telling the truth?
No, that last part was a joke.
That actually didn't happen.
That didn't happen. He wasn't holding her hostage because he wanted to know the word for Wordle.
Say,
but she was being held
man,
hostage.
I feel like you're quick firing through these too much. There's a lot to talk about.
For money, presumably.
Wordle was alright.
Wordle.
Give me that Wordle shit.
Russia invaded the Ukraine, which is not funny. I didn't mean to giggle a little bit there because it's not funny. But no, we're not touching on that because that's not our place to touch on. But we had to mention it because if we didn't, it would just mean we were oblivious to it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's happening.
But I'd like to talk about it, but I don't know enough about it.
Now,
it's basically up the rat.
Yeah. Up the rat. That's it. Right, next one.
Dean, this is very fast.
Meatloaf died.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, Meatloaf just died. Like that. Dead. That was a minute's peace.
I know, yeah.
That was a minute's silence for Meatloaf.
Oh, you bringing up... Right. This is all the stuff that happened since the last time we recorded.
Yeah. Ivan Reitman died. Director of Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was old as shit, though.
He was pretty old. But significant.
Yeah.
You know.
People died, dude.
Mark Lanigan died.
Well, fuck's sake.
Lots of people died,
man. Picture Doyle over here. Like, seriously, man.
Mark Lanigan. Queen Stone Age.
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to talk about the sad shit.
Dead.
And good happened. Happened recorded.
We celebrated International Women's Day.
You know, I said and good happened. Jokes. Women are the best. Women are the best.
Here's a little.
And every day, International Women's Day.
I have a statement and a fact, right, to go with it.
Right, go on.
Roy Hodgson became the manager of Watford.
Funny.
Right. But here's the fact to go with it. Roy Hodgson is the sixth man to manage. At the time that I wrote this now, Roy Hodgson is the sixth man to manage Watford since they kept a Premier League clean sheet.
Yeah, I seen that actually. That's fucked
What
up.
the fuck?
I actually seen that
6
stat.
managers.
Seen that stat online. It was not the joke kind of buzz.
Yeah.
But that's fucked up. Like,
6 managers between.
imagine you had
Knockers,
6 managers and you concede a goal every single
Manager.
game
Since.
within them 6 managers.
Yeah.
Like,
And like you're
well,
going,
5 managers previous.
but you're going through Ranieri, you're going through Garcia, you're going through loads of managers.
Well, Ranieri's only now. Wait, no.
No, Ranieri got sacked for Hudson.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
I'm telling you, man.
That's not right. Hold on, no, that's not right.
Well, it's not. It explains why the managers were all sacked.
Yeah, they're one of few as well that they have 3 managers in one season kind of thing. Like,
The recruitment is horrendous at
it's
Watford.
so bad, but the players are good.
But it's weird because they get half decent managers, but they just can't do it.
Yeah,
It's like Everton.
Why would you go for it? Obviously, the money they're throwing at them is like, look, if I get
Must
sacked,
be.
I'm probably getting a big payout anyway. So who gives a fuck? Like,
It must be like because they
it
don't.
has to be something like
They don't
that.
even try. They don't even try. You getting a can now?
I just muscled that can over there.
I have another one. Actually, there's only 2 left.
Fucking hell.
There's only 2 left.
Is this the end of the episode then?
This is it. I'm not even going to go into the interview. Just it. Liverpool
Shy.
are on their way for a quadruple. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Don't make them faces at me. Or not even at me. You're looking away from me, making them faces.
Yeah, okay.
The quadruple is still on,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to happen. We have to play City
Then why are you bringing it up
3
for?
times in 3
Why are you
weeks.
bringing it up for?
Because it's
Why are you
relevant.
bringing it up for?
It's
What are
relevant.
you bringing it up
It's
for?
relevant.
What are you
It's
bringing
all
it up
relevant.
for? I don't think so.
It's relevant. All right.
How's it relevant?
It's I just
what's
want,
it relevant to?
I just want.
in the couple of months that we haven't podcasted,
Yeah.
what's the
last
relevance?
last time
Why
we-
you won a few matches? We won a few matches. Don't hear me going on about it.
Last time we recorded, we were still 12 points behind City,
Oh, so you could win the Premier League, is what you're saying?
and we were also true to the
Yeah, because they're
quarters
already
of-
through all these
quarters of
things.
the Champions
So
League,
why now all of a sudden?
and we've won the League Cup since. And we're through
you
to the
always
quarters of the
claim,
FA
right?
Cup.
No, hold
I
on.
won't- do you know
No
what?
fucking way, right?
Right.
You always claim you're like, I'm not like all the Liverpool heads get out. Oh, we win
I'm
this.
just saying a fact.
Now all of a sudden we're on for the quadruple.
But City are on for a treble.
Everyone's on for everything.
They're
Anyone
not-
that's still competing in any cup or anything is on for it.
Well, yeah, of course. But no one's on for a quadruple.
Why'd you have to bring it up? We don't
We're the
normally
only team
we
on
don't
for-
normally bring up stuff like that.
we're the
Why are you
only-
bringing that up?
We're the only team.
We don't
on,
normally bring up
but
stuff
we're
like
the only
that.
team on for a quadruple.
I can see you're getting tick from me.
I'm not getting ticked.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
not.
see it in your
I can
fucking
tell you.
eyes.
I can tell you one thing. I won't be saying the next part about fucking West Ham through to quarterfinals of the Europa League.
Yeah,
You
we're going
pushed
to win.
out to
Yeah,
win
we're
up.
going to win Europa
Oh,
League.
he's there.
Yeah, we
Hey,
are.
he's
Yeah,
there.
we're
You're
going
on
to
for
beat
Europa League,
Barcelona in
guys.
the final.
He's
so
on
we
for
are.
Europa League.
We're going to beat
You're on for Europa League,
We're going to
Johnny.
beat Barcelona in the final.
Nah, you can go fuck yourself now. You can't beat him in. You can't beat him in the final because if he's get through fucking,
No, I haven't actually looked up the
he's
path.
have to play them in the semis if he's get through to fucking get through Leon.
Do you know what? I don't think we're the favourites to beat Leon.
I think their form is poor in the French league at the minute.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit.
Use form.
Our,
Form.
our form wasn't fucking great going in. Played Sevilla. We should not have won 2-0. Paddy's Day. Win. Bulls. By the way, that was a good night.
Yeah.
But
Alan didn't text me back.
on for the quadruple. Would you get the
We are on for the fucking quadruple.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So are we, since soon as the Premier League starts next season. You know what I mean? You haven't won shit.
But we have. We're the only team to win a trophy so far this season. Other than fucking Chelsea with the
Yeah, I know.
World
And
Cup.
do you know what annoys me when people are like, it's only League Cup. Man, I'd be absolutely bouncing around if I won the League
League
Cup.
Cup's the League Cup, like.
Like,
Obviously, it's not.
West Ham won the League Cup.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear me stop talking about it.
But it's not. Obviously, it's not.
I've never seen West Ham win a cup, win a title, anything. Well, I've seen us like win championship playoffs.
John,
You know what I mean? That
Johnstown
doesn't-
Paint Trophy or
That
something.
doesn't really count, like, do you know what I mean? But no, I was only taking piss at you. But
No, it's too late now. The damage has been done.
oh no, I'm not trying to come back. I'm just saying, like, yeah, we are going to win the Europa League.
And we're going to win probably a double.
Somehow after beating Sevilla, we've become like second favourites to win it now.
Really? Other than Barca.
I don't even think Barca are favourites to win it. I don't think they're arse in it.
But see, Barca are coming into serious form.
Yeah, they are.
Serious form.
I think we still beat them.
Over 2
you
legs,
know
anything
what?
can happen though.
I said it to sitting with me dad after, right? So that was on the Thursday. I was having a few drinks with dad on the Sunday. It was like the match of the day, sitting up, having a few beers, and we were talking about. I was like, we lost against Spurs then 3-1. I was like, I knew we were going to lose that because we had to play like 120 minutes. Yarmolenko with the goal, like everything was just perfect that night. Like, do you know what I mean? I didn't think we could beat Sevilla 2-0 at home anyway to begin with.
The veterans of the Europa League.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I was like, why the fuck? I always was saying, why not just go for the Europa League? Like, if we draw all our games now to the end of the season in the Premier League, we'd probably be from 9th up. Yeah, well, which wouldn't be bad, but why not just go for the Europa League?
Then you're automatically in the Champions League after.
Yeah, why not just go for the Europa League? Like, why not go for it? Even get to the. If we got to the final and lost, I'd be fucking. Yeah, that would be something for me,
isn't it? Well, yeah, no, actually, yeah. What, first final since 2006?
Do you know what? If we lost in the final, yeah, obviously you'd be devastated. But like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have thought we'd be in a Europa League final.
Yeah, true.
So that's
2 years ago. I wouldn't have thought you were in be in a quarter final.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
so here goes swings and roundabouts, I guess.
Madness.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, anyway, moving on from that.
So beyond that, we're gonna touch on
fucking quadruple.
Don't even fucking start me.
Right.
We're gonna go into the interview. I did an interview with James Morley.
I did not partake on this one.
I did not. Alan took a sick day from Wetbrain Cheeks, even though we hadn't recorded in like 2.5 months. He took a sick day on the one day that we were recording for Wetbrain Cheeks.
Look.
But if you're allowed to do it, I have to.
Man can't control illness.
What was the illness?
It wasn't ours. No, it wasn't.
Can't give a fuck up hostess or something. What?
There wasn't. Dean, I just needed a day.
Yeah, personal day.
Just needed a personal day.
You took a personal day. That's no problem.
Yeah,
I took a personal.
I texted the office. The office being you.
You took a personal day. I took it personally. But only messing.
So.
Anyway,
what everyone's hearing right now is that we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, no. But you're not my fellow DJ.
Yeah, but
no,
very good interview. By all accounts.
Well, that's why we're gonna go. We're gonna go into it. Is this the segue?
Yeah,
we're segueing into it.
It's good. Probably best I wasn't there.
Maybe.
Any beamish, no?
Don't know that Cork shit up here, man. Come on. I know Murphy says the Cork stuff, isn't
it? Beamish is Cork as well, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Alright, let me just get a breath there.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Right. Wait a sec.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Cool. Do you want me to count you down?
What, like the fucking... Don't start doing the countdown team tune, like...
3, 2, 1... Right. Alright, go on. I'll count you down so from 3, alright?
Right.
3, 2, 1, go.
James Jim Morley. Welcome to the Wetbrain Cheeks podcast.
What is going on?
How are you feeling today?
Not too bad, to be honest. Today has been pretty smooth sailing, so delighted to be catching up with you, to be honest, kid. It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you now, to be honest. But maybe we should give people a bit of context just so how we know each other. Like
we know we that's true. We know each other a long time. Like an actual. I was only thinking about. I put up an Instagram post earlier on, and when I thought about it, it's actually a very long time. We know each other 14.
Yeah, you said it was 14 years, is it?
14 years, 2008. I moved to Cork.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, mine and Dean's relationship, basically the two of us went to school together, but we did not go to school together, if that makes sense. So we both just fucking used to hang out and fucking, what do you call it in Dublin, mitching, is it?
It's on the mitch, yeah. Or on the bonk, as some people say, which is a weird turn of phrase. But yeah.
So we used to just do that.
In your gaff.
Yeah, and there's Yeah.
Smoke,
Fuck yeah.
smoking,
Good times, lad.
smoking Marlboro
I
lights.
don't know how in depth we should go now because there was a couple of fucking dodgy instances there. Now you could be incriminating yourself there, so you can be careful what you're saying.
I've told everybody everything. It's a grant. It's what water under the bridge for myself. But I do know that we literally just went up to your gaff, smoked an unholy amount of your mass Marlboro lights, and just sometimes Marlboro Reds as well. It depended on the situation.
Depending on the mood, yeah.
The mood, yeah.
The Marley lights though are my favourite, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm off. I stopped smoking. I'd say only about 3 years ago. Not even 3 years. I'd say completely gone off. So.
How did you do it? Did you go cold turkey like?
Pretty much, yeah. So I work with a guy, a Polish guy, and he went home to Poland, and they have this tablet called desmoxin over there, and it's designed to make people go off smokes like. So he brought me back a load of it, and I just took it for like fucking 5 days, man, and that was the end of it. That was the last time I smoked.
Fuck off.
I swear to God, yeah. But I kind of wanted to do it anyways, It was just like a bit of a crutch, like.
So, obviously, but like, why doesn't everywhere have that medication if it's that effective?
I don't know. I think it's probably just patented by a Polish company or something like that, and there's just I don't know, man. To be honest,
just only the Polish can get rid of their fucking smoking habits. Fuck everyone else, like.
Yeah, and you wouldn't mind, but I'd say out of Europe, I'd say fucking they probably have the biggest smoking population out there. I'd say.
That's fucking mad.
Anybody that I know that's Polish smokes like.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, fucking, we lived together. We did actually live together.
Yeah. That didn't go down too well, though.
No, it didn't.
Christ.
It didn't.
Fucking hell.
It didn't go down.
It didn't last too long.
The what?
It didn't last too long either.
No, it didn't. Do you know what? It felt like a fucking like in your in my fucking late teen, early 20s brain. It lasted ages, but it was actually only about 3 weeks. Like literally,
was it?
I swear it wasn't even a month. It was about 3.5 to 3 weeks.
Fuck off, was it? Yeah, it was kind of at the tail end of a lot of drama anyway, so it was like you kind of moved in at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing just went to shit, like.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. You moved out, and then when you moved out, I think I stayed for an extra week. And then it was just, obviously, yourself. But, yeah, that was my second stint in Cork. That was my second living situation in Cork.
Yeah,
but,
I try and fucking I don't fancy the city anymore, man. I'm fucking back home, you all know, and like just the lifestyle in general is a lot more laid back. Like the pace of life is a lot slower, so suits me perfectly, like So
and you're in the city for a while.
You
were in the city for what? How long?
I've been in and out of the city for a long time, like. So I'm back home now for the last 2 years, I think, since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just haven't fucking left yet. So
probably better off.
Yeah.
Well,
fucking, I'm not even here, man. I'm so fucking busy all the time anyway.
Yeah. And are you working? You're working in the gym?
No, I'm still working my full-time job. So I'm working as a maintenance technician in a factory in a food plant.
Oh, you're right.
Just welding and fucking. Yeah. But I'm doing the online coaching on the side then as well. And I had a gym with a couple of lads, but I resigned from that recently enough. So at the moment, things are kind of all up in the air in terms of training and stuff.
Right.
But I'm hoping to potentially do my own thing, but I don't want to say too much about that yet because I don't want to jinx anything.
No, absolutely.
So,
the less said, the better kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind me asking, are you able to say why you resigned from having the gym, or?
Just different visions, man, really, to be honest, So.
Oh, okay. is that one of them things?
Just different visions.
Jim said to me before we got on, don't fucking put me on the spot on this, I swear to God. That was one of them moments.
It's good, man. Everything is cool. Like fucking, these things happen in that industry anyway. So, like, everybody's still on good terms and stuff. It's just different visions, man. That was it, really. So,
like a band, creative differences type shit. Like,
exactly, yeah.
See, I make it awkward, but I make it less awkward. That's just how I try my best.
Yeah, the analogy kind of put a fucking nice touch on it there, So
It's like
exactly
the Beatles.
like.
It's like the Beatles.
It's like, yeah, I was just going to say, it's like fucking to split up with the Beatles, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not fucking John Lennon anyway and I don't fucking get shot. Yeah, or else you could be like Paul McCartney. I think he got a good deal, man, to be fair.
You know, they say
He
that
kind of
Paul
went on and done his own thing afterwards.
Yeah, but then he ended up marrying a girl with one leg, and then they pretend that he's a robot. They say that he's a robot. They think Paul McCartney died years ago.
What the fuck? That like some fucking lizard person conspiracy theory shit.
I swear to God, there's a massive conspiracy that Paul McCartney is not Paul McCartney. He died fucking in the 90s or something like that. Like like the Avril Lavigne shit. You've obviously tell me you've seen.
Yeah.
You've seen the
Like,
Avril
to be
Lavigne
fair,
stuff.
he looks the exact same for the last 50 years, like. So
That's
he hasn't aged a
suspicious.
day.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So if obviously you're doing a full-time job and trying to get a hold of the online coaching thing as well, is it having an effect on the day job at all, or if do you know what I mean? Like, is it hard to juggle?
Well, I just find that I'm just fucking so busy, like, but I can manage everything, you know. But I literally don't have much time left, so it's kind of it's all work and no play. Like, I can just about get going training and stuff, which, you know, like, that's kind of my time anyway. So in a way, that kind of, you know, any fucking steam I have to blow off, it's through training, like. So, you know, it's well, I wouldn't have it any other way, man. That's just the way that I am, you know. I like to be fucking flat out all the time, like. So
Yeah,
it is what it is,
like.
and yeah. But eventually, I'm hoping to, well, probably this year now, provided everything goes well, and the plans come to fruition, that I will be able to leave my day job. So, but it's just it's decent money, so it's hard to just pass it up. You know what I mean?
So I have a question, from a person who I think listens to the podcast. I don't know. But the question is, from what you know, does using steroids really give you ED? Now, this is right. You're gonna have to explain this to me in non-scientific terms, because I don't know what the fuck this means.
Okay, so it depends is the answer there, because generally speaking, in terms of bodybuilding, okay? So when guys do a prep, so basically they'll do like a 12-week diet to get down to extreme levels of body fat. So that would be like sub 10% body fat, okay?
All right.
So when you are sub 10% body fat, your hormones and stuff like that aren't generally working efficiently or properly. So guys who are on contest prep like that can get erectile dysfunction due to the fact that their hormones aren't necessarily optimized. No, it's more so the case that steroids are associated with guys getting down to extreme levels of body fat. Right. So I think the comparison comes from that, you know. But if you're not doing contest prep and you take steroids, it's the exact opposite. Generally speaking, you actually become like extremely raunchy.
So if you have a fat dick, you get an ED, baby. You get an ED because you're trying to get down to extreme levels of body fat.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you got a fat dick, it's game over. Like,
pretty much, yeah. But I don't know. Like, I think it's person dependent as well, you know. So, like, I've never had an issue with it. So, I'd say there's a couple of people that can vouch for me as well, you know.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. I swear, I'm not one of them. But,
I swear I don't send them.
No, you have, but I just don't accept them. It's different. There's a difference. Yeah, that's it. I remember I had a mate a couple of years ago, who got me to inject steroids into him before he was moving abroad, right? Into his ass.
Where? Into his ass?
Yeah, into his ass. Yeah. Got me to inject it into his ass for him. And to be fair, I seen the results. Not in his dick. I mean, in his actual, in his like, in his general physique. Like, do you know what I mean? I was seeing it before he left. He was doing it for a couple of weeks before he went abroad, to live.
That must have been a proper like bonding experience for the two of you, was it?
Not as much as the dick would be. Like, do you know what I mean? But the needle was just good.
Yeah. I'd say you fucking loved it as well. You were like fucking straight in there.
Oh
Not a
yeah,
bother to-
no. I was actually a little bit fucking. I was genuinely a little bit apprehensive because I didn't want to be just because I had to be. He kept telling me I had to be in a very specific spot, and I was like, if I fuck this up and I damage a nerve or something, like this is on me. So and then if his body doesn't take to the fucking steroids, I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know how they worked and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So I was a bit apprehensive, but it happened. He did it, and that was it. He was happy enough to go off abroad with his new tiny penis.
But yeah, my quads are just huge, man. My penis is average size, and my quads are just huge. That's the only reason.
That's like
That's what I tell him anyway.
I always say to Alan has he always gets told he has a big penis, but he doesn't. He just has small balls, man. That's all it is. It just makes it look bigger.
Yeah.
And he's not here to defend himself, so I can say that, which is brilliant. I'm loving that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a mad bastard from what I gather, so probably better off to ease me into it.
Yeah.
But if I come on at some stage again, definitely.
Oh, you should definitely come on again. Just to look at him and his fucking ugly face. I swear. But yeah. So okay, erectile dysfunction. That's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, like I don't. To be honest with you, I've never heard of anybody. I've heard of it, but I've never
been
knew
around
somebody in
anybody,
person that. What?
Being around.
I've never seen one. Yeah. No, like none of my buddies ever said to me, "Oh, I've got problems," like, you know. So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
I've never seen ED in person. Oh man. Oh, I didn't even know what ED was until you started talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, erectile dysfunction. That makes sense."
Yeah, I had to Google that one. Yeah. Oh, you actually didn't know?
No, I didn't. I swear to God. That's what I was saying. You're gonna have to explain this to me.
I fucking know about it.
Oh, that's how when you start.
Do you know what is big in bodybuilding now?
What?
Do you know what is big in bodybuilding? Do you know fucking Viagra?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big in bodybuilding because not because what it does to your dick, but because it's a vasodilator, so it makes you like very vascular. And when you're like, you know, fucking getting a pump on, like you'll be more veiny, like so. It just makes blood kind of flow better, you know.
Does that benefit you in terms of actual like lifting weights and bodybuilding? Does it benefit you for your veins to be more prominent, or is it just a show thing? Like,
it's just a show thing, really, to be honest.
Yeah. So there's lads fucking getting them Viagras in for the gram, like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. They do work though. I've tried it once or twice just to see, like, you know, and it does work, like, so.
I know you sent me the pictures. I've seen it, man. It's fucking. You need to stop.
Yeah, the blue ones.
But I know. Well, it's a massive difference. I knew lads that used to fucking take Viagra while they were on the beer just to fucking start hallucinating and stuff like that. Because apparently that happens.
That's that.
I swear, yeah. I remember going to a Debs, not my own Debs, someone else's Debs, and I was out having a smoke, and there was lads who were peeled off their heads going, "Do you want some of these Viagras? Because we're taking both of them at the same time, and it makes you fucking trip balls." And I was like, "No, thanks, I'm alright. I'm okay. I'm gonna stay off the Viagra for tonight, pal." But that's mad, yeah. The Viagra, many uses.
Yep. Tis a wonder drug, right? Supposedly, anyway.
What is Tony Larkin's secret?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I know who sent that. Who sent that one on anyway. He's just fucking Tony Larkin is an embodiment of God, like, so that's just as simple as that, really, like, you know.
That's it. Now with our explanation.
He's just like Jesus reincarnated, like, it's as simple as that.
So for anybody that I don't know Tony Larkin, but I'll be definitely looking him up after this.
Yeah, we can tag him on this, can we?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll use it as part of the thing.
Because the same guy keeps asking questions, like, you know, I do a Q&A every week, like, so the same guy keeps asking questions about Tony Larkin, and I post them up every week, so Tony Larkin must be like, who the fuck, like, is fucking stalking me, you know? Poor old Tony, boy.
Does he know?
Yeah,
does he know who he is? Like,
yeah,
he's just not saying who it is. Like,
know who it is. Nah.
Oh, that's horrendous.
That's funny.
Any advice for a young strongman?
Fuck, that's a bit broad now, isn't it?
It's very broad.
Yeah, so somebody starting out, what I would say is, you know, don't get injured anyway, so don't do anything stupid. Because if you can prolong how long you're in the game, then obviously whoever's in it the longest becomes the strongest, if you know what I mean. Because strength takes a long time to develop, so that would be the number one thing anyway. Would just be don't do anything stupid. Try not to get injured, and spend a lot of time on technique, and don't do anything too heavy, too fast. And probably take a year or two to actually build up your body before you actually decide to compete. Because I think a lot of people get into strength sports without actually, developing the musculature first. Whereas I think that's a good way to go, Because what will happen is you just get too dialed in with your technique, and then eventually you'll plateau because you're not going to fucking, you're not going to fucking arch your way to a fucking 200 kilo bench press,
yes.
Technique wise,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I do.
Yeah, well, whoever fucking said that question will know what I'm talking about anyway.
But yeah, no, so basically kind of like don't go beyond your means in the sense of...
Yeah, just take your time, man. It's, I'm doing this for 5 years. And, the guys who are at the top of the game, they're doing it fucking over a decade. So take your time with it. That's all I can say, really.
What made you want to start coaching and going into strongman?
Okay. So I think when I first started the gym, I was kind of into just general kind of bodybuilding, going in just to look better and stuff. And there was a couple of guys in there that were really strong. And I used to always watch them, and I used to be like, how the fuck are they so strong, And looking back now, they're actually, the weights they were lifting is minuscule compared to some of the guys that I know. But it just fucking fascinated me how they could do it, and, I couldn't, So I just started kind of researching a bit more into strength development in general. And after a while then, started putting together some programs for myself, and, I wasn't really getting stronger. So I joined the powerlifting club, and they had some strongman implements down there. So I literally just picked them up and just started messing with them. And then I was like, this is way more fun than powerlifting. So I just stuck with it then, And I think coaching then was just, just being active on Instagram and stuff like that. People would message asking for, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Some advice and stuff like that. Just kind of happened naturally, really, man. Just kind of getting into coaching, So
natural progression from the actual the weightlifting itself,
Yeah, exactly. And there was kind of a pivotal point then as well. When I first started to, get into strength development and started to actually become strong, I was just literally eating everything so I could recover from my training sessions, I didn't know anything about nutrition. And I had a coach, Matthew McKeegan, his name was, and he had one of his ethoses, is that even a word? His ethos was basically that...
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Yeah. His ethos was you don't have to be fucking big to be strong. You don't have to be fucking packing loads of body fat to be strong. So I kind of adopted that, and started getting into nutrition and stuff like that over time. And when I seen what I could actually do to my body and remain relatively strong as well, that was a massive kind of a confidence boost for me as well, that I kind of done it myself, so I just kind of started, anybody who wanted nutrition advice then and stuff, I kind of fucking gave it to them for free initially, but then it kind of got to the stage where there was a bit more than just a few, so started kind of charging for it then, and then I went away and I done the course, so I'm a qualified nutrition coach now, so kind of just, that's how it went really, man.
And nutrition is... It actually kind of is the be all and end all at the end of the day, isn't it? If it's you can't progress in any level of fitness without having the nutrition down properly, realistically, because you're not gonna progress by fucking... you could fucking starve yourself for fucking 3 or 4 days out of the week, and then you get Chinese on a Friday and then do some fucking weightlifting throughout the week. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about it is, right, is if you think about development in general, especially in the gym, what you're doing is you're placing a certain amount of stress on your body. And your body has to adapt to that stress. So once your body adapts to that stress, then the next time you stress it, it can it can deal with more stress than previously, you know. So to be able to recover from stress, there's loads of factors involved. Like there's a whole recovery is what it comes under. Like that's the term it comes under. So there's sleep, you know, nutrition. They're probably the two biggest ones, like in terms of recovery. But there's loads of other stuff then as well, like, you know, stress management, everyday stress in everyday life. You know, loads of stuff that has to be managed. Like if you really want to get to the top of the game, like, you know what I mean. So it's very interesting, but it is very. It goes very in depth, like, you know.
How far do you think? And we're kind of maybe veering a little bit away from the question, but how far do you think that the mental aspect is, like how important do you think that is as well, along with the two types that you mentioned? Obviously, is because obviously
definitely.
Oh, like, sorry.
Mental aspect is definitely.
I'm like Ryan Tuberty now. What the fuck is going on?
The mental aspect's definitely a huge part of it as well, you know.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. But you have to have, you know, you obviously have to have some self-belief in yourself. And as well, there's a kind of an ego element to it as well, you know. You have to kind of have a bit more than just self-belief. You have to kind of be able to say, like I can do it, or like, you know, what's stopping me from doing whatever, like, you know. Without sounding too much like a dickhead, you kind of have to have a bit of an ego, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
sometimes,
like
yeah,
that makes sense. Like, you have to kind of fucking. There's no, like, if you don't, like, I think a massive benefit to having, say, a personal trainer would be to someone that is going to egg you on to actually make you believe in yourself when you don't. Do you know what I mean? When you don't necessarily believe in yourself, this person that you have hired to get you on track is going to push you to the point where you do believe in yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I have a lot of clients now that, you know, they're well experienced and they know exactly what they should be doing and they know how to do it. It's just that a lot of them just need the accountability. So they literally just need me to be there to say, okay, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Fucking happy days. You got, you know, all the boxes ticked. Well done. Fucking let's keep the momentum going into next week. Like, simple as that. Like, once you just have someone in your corner, man, it makes an awful difference, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a massive thing for me as well, because I kept telling myself I was going to fucking, like, since last summer I've been gaining weight, like, and I kept telling myself, so I've got a comp in 2 weeks, I have to lose like fucking 4 kilos, but I kept telling myself that I was going to cut down weight for my comp, like, so I actually had to go and find somebody to be accountable to myself, because I kept saying, oh, I'm going to do it, but I never ended up fucking doing it, you know. No, I was a lot heavier, so I'm on track, like, but I'm going to have to do a water cut now, like, to finish out the comp, you know. But, you know, the accountability thing is massive, like, massive, even for myself, like.
What does a water cut mean? Like, what does it entail?
Currently, I compete under 105, right? Under 105 kilos. So currently I am 108. So what's that? 3 kilos, right? So I have to cut 3 kilos. So do you know, like how the boxers do it? They go into the sauna and all that crack, like.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing as that, really. But the week coming up to the competition, what you do is you take on more water than what you normally would, and you basically ramp up your water consumption. And then on the last day before the weigh-in, what you do is you just cut out all sodium, cut out all carbohydrates, and just go into the sauna and you just sweat it all out. So I done it last year. I think I was like 111 kilos and I'd cut down to 105 and I ended up cutting down to fucking 102 kilos.
Jesus.
So yeah.
So you're basically you're filling your body with water and then just evaporating out of your system. Yeah,
because if you think about it, like your muscles, especially, are made up of more than just muscle tissue. Like, it's, you know, there's a lot of water and stuff in there, and, you know, glycogen as well, which is basically what carbohydrates are metabolized into. That's basically fuel. That's basically like muscle fuel, like what your muscles use to contract, you know. And they, per 1 gram of carbohydrate, or per 1 gram of glycogen, your muscle can hold roughly about 2 to 3 grams of water. So if you think about all the glycogen and water that's in your muscle, if you can get rid of that for 24 hours, then you can drop insane amount of weight, and then you just rehydrate again afterwards.
That's crazy. It's cool. It's
Yeah,
actually
it is
quite.
pretty-
It's quite cool how it works though. Like it's interesting
Yeah.
how how your body can take that amount of how your body knows how to do that. Like, do you know what I mean? Your body is literally just going. Your body's like, yeah, I'm taking in all this. Then as soon as you go into the sauna, it's like, yeah, this is gone. It's gone. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah.
I know that's it.
It's just heat. Like once you start fucking sweating, like, you know.
I know it's
just
a
doesn't-
simplified version of what obviously it entails. Like, do you know what I mean? Because obviously it's a lot of hard work, but it is essentially just your body going, yeah, I've had enough of that. We'll get rid of all this, and then it brings you down to your weight, which is what you're looking for. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, all right, to be fair. So I've had numerous amount of clients do water cuts. So I think last week I have an American girl, Gigi. She was competing in I forget the name of the comp now, but it was a big one. It was like a nationals qualifier. So she competed in that, and we had to do a water cut. So she's a small girl anyway. So if you think about it, like a guy that's my size, it's easy to lose a lot of weight because I have a lot of weight. But she's smaller, so it was a little bit more tricky for her to lose more weight because she didn't have as much to lose. If you get me, she's a smaller girl, like. So I think she was like 140. She uses pounds, like she's American. So I think she was like 149, 148, 149 pounds, and we had to get her down to 140. And to be honest with you, it was definitely the closest, kind of like the finest cut, water cut that I dealt with, because the poor girl had to jump on, like, she had to get an extension for an hour, and she was like 1 pound over, so she had to jump on a cardio bike for an hour just to sweat off the last pound.
Fuck.
Like in front of everybody else weighing in, you know. So
Jesus,
yeah, but she made it anyway, is the main thing, and she came first as well. She won the competition.
No way.
So fair play to her. Yeah, shout out to Gigi. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I had another guy. Huh?
No, I was just gonna, that's cool. It's intense, but it's cool. Like,
Yeah. I had another client then as well, and he had to lose. He competes under 90. He had to lose. I think he only had to lose like 3 kilos or something like that. But we done a water cut as well, and he went away and he fucking pulled the world record deadlift in the competition. So
fucking hell.
yeah.
So the results are there.
Man.
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
like.
man. Yeah, you'd be surprised, no? You'd be surprised.
Don't be fucking bragging on the Wetbrain Cheeks podcast, will you not? For fuck's sake, come on now.
Well, I have to fucking sell myself somehow, like. I'm hoping to get a few fucking pound out of this boy.
Don't be fucking bragging, Jesus. I'm here sipping Guinness and you're there telling people about fucking water, sweating their bollocks off.
You wouldn't be long fucking. I'll try into this on there now, kid, with a pint glass, and you'll get a fucking another pint of Guinness out of it.
I
Sweat it out,
swear,
yeah.
you might get about 2 or 3. I'm not even messing. I've got the beer. I've got the
Oh,
beer.
I'd say so, man.
I've got the go. I've got the go. I've got the gut and the chains.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
happened.
just sweat it all out.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, hold on, because I am dying for a piss. So I'm fucking. I was sitting there. I was listening to what you were saying, but
Pause it there.
the what?
Pause it there, so.
You in? Is it me? That's not Mike. Fuck. Yeah, come on, one sec. We're back.
Fuck's sake.
I had a very extended release of the bladder. But there's another question for you.
Drive on.
Who has been the most considerable influence on your lifestyle?
On my lifestyle.
On your lifestyle. That's a big question.
Oh, I couldn't really chalk it down to one person, to be honest, man. Like, you know, I think a lot of people have, a lot of my peers and stuff like that would definitely have a massive influence on me. Like if I see people doing well, you know, it really inspires me to you know, like try and fucking up my game and level up, you know. So I couldn't really chalk it down to one person, to be honest.
A wide variety of
yeah, I think so.
influences. Like.
Yeah, 100%. But definitely kind of my peers, I think, more so than, you know, any like celebrity or fucking anything like that.
Do you have any like kind of I know obviously peers would be the main influence and stuff like that, but any kind of outside influences
Heroes.
that would maybe not even heroes, but kind of maybe people around you that might spur you on when they don't necessarily have to and stuff like that, or just general kind of people that you don't expect to be your personal heroes, but that might be, I guess.
Yeah, I think in general, I think the whole strength community in general is pretty, supportive. Like, so anytime there's any competitions on or anything like that, like people will, they'll always send you a message on Instagram to say good luck or fucking, it's the small things like that kind of make it worth it as well at the end of the day,
Yeah.
So, yeah, but in general, I wouldn't have anybody in particular that would influence my lifestyle. I think like my lifestyle is what I want it to be. So like myself, I don't want my lifestyle to be kind of modeled after somebody else's fucking lifestyle, because that doesn't make sense really. Like, because at the end of the day, it's the lifestyle that I want to make me fucking happy.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's
Yeah.
I think how you're saying it could come across maybe selfish, but it's not. I actually get what you mean. Like, I don't mean to sound kind of
Yeah.
but it is.
Just playing devil's advocate, like.
Well, yeah, it is the line of stuff that you would have to be like that to get anywhere in. Like, do you know what I mean? So you kind of do have to be focused on the fact that you'd nearly be your own big. Like, obviously you have peers and stuff like that, but you need to be your own biggest influence to get through what you're doing, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I definitely think that, like, to be involved in this kind of lifestyle anyway, you do have to be a little bit selfish to a certain degree, because, there's a lot of, it's a bit fucking, it's a bit, there's a lot of shit goes into it, like, and, not necessarily take, like, for example, like, what I do isn't particularly the most healthy thing to do. Like, what I do myself personally isn't the most healthiest of fucking lifestyles anyway. So, you have to be a bit selfish in that regard, because obviously, like, the people around me and stuff like that, family and friends, mightn't necessarily think it's the best fucking option in terms of fucking long-term health, like, but, that's just the way that it is, like.
I don't think there's fucking plenty of strongmen and bodybuilders out there that have fucking lived a long and prosperous life. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
there is once you can be intelligent about it and not do the dog on things, but obviously you're walking the fine line all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So,
thing that you hate most in the gym?
Elitism. So people thinking that they're fucking like an authority figure over somebody who's like, I don't know, man, just elitism in general. Like, people who think like, oh, fucking, just because you are a little bit different or a little bit newer, or you aren't necessarily as educated on the subject, like, I can kind of look down on you. Like, so I don't like that shit at all, man. Like, everybody has fucking value, or everybody can provide value.
I think that's a lot of people's genuine fears, though, when they're even starting out in the gym, isn't it? Like, when you don't want to be going into a gym and not knowing what the fuck you're doing, because you feel like people are going to be watching you and looking down on you and stuff like that, that kind of way. So
100%, man. I was the same as well when I first started as well, but like, me being me, I was already after doing a shitload of fucking research on the subject and stuff, so I knew kind of what I was doing. Obviously, I didn't have any practical experience, but on paper I had a program and I knew all the movements and stuff like that. So I probably wasn't as bad as somebody else starting off, like, but I had the same feeling as well. I think it's just something that everybody does. Like, because at the end of the day, like, if you want to learn a new skill, like, you have to, accept the fact that, like, initially you're going to be the fool, like, because you don't know anything about it. So if you want to learn a new skill, you have to fucking accept the fact that people are like, you're going to have to ask the questions, the stupid questions, and hopefully whoever you're asking isn't an asshole, like.
as Drake once said, start from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought I'd use that in real life, but there you go. But yeah, no, it is. I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I haven't fucking gone to a gym is because I don't want to be fucking. I'd rather go to a gym that's completely empty. I'd rather go to a gym that has nobody fucking in it so that I could figure out what to do myself. Like, do you know what I mean? That without anybody fucking throwing an eye over me or fucking. I'd even have a problem with, like, you know, someone being just trying to be helpful, coming over to me and saying that's not how you use that machine. You're not using it right. That would freak me out. That would fucking do my
That's something I'm very conscious of as well. Like, sometimes you'd be looking and you'd be like, I could go over and fucking give him a few pointers, but sometimes I just don't generally, because somebody comes over to me, I'm always very helpful and I was trying to be very helpful, but unless they ask me, I leave them alone, because, you know, I know exactly like what you're saying. I've been in that position, so I'm like, the last thing I want is somebody coming over and like putting me on the spot saying, this is how you do it, and then next thing everybody's looking at you and like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
you know?
It does shine the spotlight on someone that might not necessarily want it, like, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of it is devil's advocate, because you want to help someone, but at the same time you're kind of going, does this person even want to be helped? Am I just kind of fuck them up in that moment, like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, that's
exactly.
At least you're conscious of it. There may be some people out here that might not be too conscious of, or that might not even care. They're just like, I know better, and that's the end of it. Like, do you know what I mean? If you get me. But the second part of the question is: would you rather train at home or in the gym?
Depends, man. I'm weird like that. Sometimes I like to train with a crew, and sometimes I like to train by myself. So it really depends. I think there's pros and cons to both, because if you've got a good crew, you know, they can drive you on a bit. But then again, if you're not training with a crew, then you have to rely on your own fucking, you know, intuition, and you have to rely on your own like to be able to psych yourself up by yourself, you know what I mean? Because it's very easy to perform like in front of a crowd, but to go and get the work done, especially when you're under big loads of fucking weight, like, it's not easy regardless of the situation, you know what I mean? So, you know, there's pros and cons for both, to be honest. And anyway, I'd be listening to like fucking Sinead O'Connor stuff if I train at home, man, and fucking Cyndi Lauper and all.
A bit of fucking
sail away. Yeah. Can't be listening to that fucking shit when you're with a crew, like. Yeah.
Oh man.
Can't listen to that shit when you're with a crew, like.
Do you know what? I would love just for you to send me, right, just a load of videos of you working out and me to put the most ridiculous shit. I know you won't. But just a compilation of the most ridiculous tunes you could ever think of to somebody to work out to, like, you know what I mean?
Dude, honest to God, they're probably on my Instagram already with the tunes playing in the background, like. Honest to God.
And
I have like a deadlifting video there.
I'm telling you.
And I was like fucking...
Sorry, go on.
I think there's like a deadlifting video there on my fucking store or on my Instagram, and it was like literally just when I was coming out of the bodybuilding prep, so I was like fucking peeled, like very intimidating looking, like, you know, I was like deadlifting like fucking plates like banging all over the place, and then there's like fucking ab on in the background or something, like. Yeah, it's ridiculous, like.
That's what you need. That is what you need, man. That's I'm telling you,
like,
if you want to go viral on TikTok, that's how you do it. Get them fucking deadlift videos in with like In the Night Garden music on, or fucking SpongeBob SquarePants music in the background or something, like.
That's actually not a bad idea. Do you know what, right? Do you know the Instagram Reels?
Yeah.
Here's a hack for anybody who's listening, right, that is looking for more like engagement and stuff on their Instagram, right? So if you make a reel, there's basically like, it tells you the songs that you can add to the reel, right? It tells you how many listens or how many reels are made with that particular song. So if you make a fucking reel and you put a really popular song over the reel, then Instagram will boost it way up so more people will see it. There's a hack for you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, I have a tendency to, if we're doing TikToks for the podcast, and to put songs that I want to be on the background, because I look after all the socials and stuff like that, so I want a bit of Aphex in there, I want a bit of Bonobo, but no one's fucking searching for
you want your own fucking spin on it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though, if you want actually, you'll have to get a bit more generic if you want more exposure.
Yeah.
But I know your taste in music anyway, because fucking we used to hang out for a long time, so
Oh yeah,
I know
absolutely.
the shit that you listen to. Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like it's mad. I've seen people have TikToks with similar music, but somehow these people get fucking thousands of views, and then you put the fucking like it might be a case of these guys have got their followers from using their generic music in the background first, and then just can fucking fire on what they want then, like, do you know what I mean? But it's a fucking social media, man. It's a hard business to get what you want.
It fucking is, man. Like, I think I posted a reel like 3 days ago. I got like 300 likes, and then I posted a reel today, and I haven't even got. I think I've got like 50. And it's like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah, it's
like,
fucked. The algorithm is fucked. Like it does what it wants.
It's way harder than what it used to be. Way harder than what it used to be.
And I think the reason why is because it's a fucking lucrative business now. Like you can literally
for a fact. Yeah.
There's people on TikTok that like literally I follow a girl on TikTok, and I follow her purely for no reason whatsoever. But she all she does is like she plays the same song over all her videos, and she does this face into the video. And she has like sponsorships, and all she does is the same fucking face into this video. But whatever face she does, it's a small bit attractive, I won't lie. And it's the same thing over and over again. But she has
put your hand, make sure, hands up, buddy, hands up.
Yeah, sorry, I swear, I don't look at them all the time. But she happens to pop up my feed a bit. But man, like, and she has like fucking hundreds of thousands of followers. Same song, same video every time. Just in fucking, she's not. It's only neck up shit. Like there's nothing there to see. Do you know what I mean? So there's no fucking tits hanging out or ass hanging out or anything like that.
No, that wouldn't do it for me, man. Like I need like a POV shot. Like otherwise it doesn't do it for me. Like
no, I don't be jacking off to her or anything like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's not fucking.
No, unless I was getting off to it, man, I wouldn't give her any of my fucking any attention.
You don't give her any likes unless you're jacking off. Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, don't you be spinning talking this shit now.
I only go on TikTok for a wank. That's it. That's all I go on TikTok for.
I'm not even on TikTok, man.
Get yourself on TikTok, man. You need to get the.
I know I should do it. Fucking, there's loads of people telling me to do it for just more exposure in general. Like, so I might do it, yeah.
Man, what they
and it's good. It's funny as well. Like the videos and all are fucking hilarious.
I was actually very against it in terms of like just, it's the new fad. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be into it. It's what all the kids are doing. I could sit there for hours. I've actually sat there for hours and lost hours. I have 2 kids at home. And those kids have gone hungry because I've sat there on fucking TikTok, like, do you know what I mean? Looking at this girl making faces. This girl sitting there making faces. The kids are like, Dad, can we have food? I'm like, fuck off. This girl's making the same face that she's been making for fucking months on end with the same song.
For fuck's sake.
But,
fucking hell. How do you get so drawn into the same thing, though?
The what?
How do you get so drawn into the same thing, though? Like, if she's literally just doing the same thing over and over again.
I don't know. It's just her face. It's her face. But let's not get into that. All right. I'm sure people.
Next subject.
Sure, people don't find her attractive whatsoever. But what they say about TikTok is that the best way to make things viral is for it to only be 7 seconds long. If it's 7 seconds long, it means that TikTok has to play it on loop. It can't just play it and then stop. So people are more likely to watch it over and over again if it's on loop for 7 seconds.
Oh, so you get more plays.
Exactly. So you're, instead of putting like a minute long video up, you're putting 7 seconds up, and it's rolling. And people might just forget that it's even on sometimes and fucking just have it there in the background, and then it just keeps playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. Like, do you know what I mean? So those 7 seconds with like what you were saying with like a song in the background that's fucking ultra popular on social media platforms just gets these things fucking straight to the forefront of everybody's pages. Like, do you know what I mean? It's insane how the fucking algorithms work, man. It's fucked up. So your second last question as Jim the strongman. Are there more wheels or doors in the world?
There's definitely more wheels, I'd say.
See, I thought doors.
Actually, no. Wait a second. Because the majority of cars have 4 wheels, but they also have 4 doors.
Some of them can have 5 doors though.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And then when it comes to a motorbike then though, you've got 2 wheels and you've got no doors.
Would you count?
So I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It's hard. A wheel can become a door though, but a door can't become a wheel.
How the fuck can a wheel become a door?
You can definitely like get a tractor wheel and make it into the door of a gaff, like.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah.
Little hobbit
Or like
hole
if you were
something.
like fucking Hobbit or something.
Yeah.
What about one of the Hobbit stores? That they could be used as a wheel. Yeah, because they're circular.
That's true. Well, I suppose
Just take the hinges off.
the argument would be
Yeah.
a wheel could become a door, but then that door becomes a wheel. Do you know what I mean? So if you
Yeah,
transform,
that's true. Yeah.
if you transform that wheel into a door, it's still a wheel.
So it's literally both, like, so it just cancels each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Maybe it is
Fuck,
wheels.
man. I don't know. It's hard.
It's a,
Fuck, I don't know.
it's a stupid question.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to go with wheels anyway.
I am still gonna go with doors just for argument's sake, but I don't really feel
we
like
agree
having
to
the
disagree
argument. I
then.
don't feel like having the argument about why doors are more.
No. I think we broke it down nicely there, to be fair.
Yeah, look, it is what it is. It is what
It's
it
not
is.
going to know, like.
The last question, right, is actually related to the podcast, and it's about episode 2.3, where I tried to get the person to give me more information because I can't remember the episode. But as far as I can tell, Owen said that if you just work out, you get skinny, and that was it. And then he went into a barrage of like calories and stuff like that. And this person just wants you to tell him that he's wrong. That's it.
If he works out, he'll get skinny.
Yeah, that I think that was the general consensus of it.
Yeah, so like if you're working out, and if you eat more food than you expend, you will get bigger, and the tissue that you put on there'll be a lot of it will be muscle tissue. But if you work out and you don't eat as much as what your energy output is, then you'll get skinny.
So are you saying that if, alright, say I work out, let's say if I go for a run 7 days a week, right? Are you gone? Oh no. It's gone again. Oh, I can't So, now that you've heard the experience of being a personal trainer and strongman contender, what did you learn personally from that interview?
That you've a good chance something bad happened to your willy.
Yeah. That's all I learned as well.
Pretty much all I got. ED, all I was ED. I was like, I think I zoomed in on that and then I forgot about everything else that was said.
Like, I heard about losing water weight and cutting down to extreme fucking under extreme circumstances, stuff like that, and all I could think about was me willy.
Yeah, no,
The whole
mine
interview.
struggles at the best of times, like, do you know what I mean? So
Mine doesn't even struggle. Mine's non-existent. It doesn't even have the chance to struggle. Stillborn penis.
oh, stop.
That
That really just takes away from everything that man just said.
It does. I know. We do really genuinely appreciate.
It was mad informative. Like, there was stuff that he was saying. I was like, I was bet into it.
Yeah.
But I was like, when someone mentions something bad can happen to your dick, you're just like, oh
All you
shit,
can focus on.
oh shit, oh shit. Whoever asked that fucking question.
What was the first question?
Oh yeah, that's all I could think about the whole time.
No, but we do genuinely really appreciate James coming on
Yeah.
and talking to a couple of arseholes like ourselves, even though it was me, but he's coming on to our podcast, knowing full well what this podcast entails, and I actually think it was quite respectful. The interview itself, not the intro to the interview or the outro, but I think the interview itself was quite respectful of what James is trying to get across and the brand that he's trying to build.
Which is deadly.
Yeah. And we 100% will get him back on the podcast again once Owen Hegarty doesn't flake out on us. Woo!
Harsh.
Burn. So what's that? Ding dong haze.
Ding dong haze.
Been on the shit highway. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
What was good? The episode or my singing voice?
Oh, the episode.
What do you mean?
It was, I don't know, more informative than we normally have. Like normally it's bullshit from us, and honestly, half the time it could be like misinformation. Like we could be telling you things that's definitely not true, but I've read it somewhere. Like, do you know what I mean? This was cool because it's like, oh fuck.
Is that your stomach? That was your stomach.
Yeah, that was straight.
That sounded
that was
like
straight
a
from the
fucking
pit.
a chair being moved
That was
in
straight
someone's
from
attic next
That was
door.
straight from the pit.
Fuck. You
It's
alright?
gas. I'm not the lager, man.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go down that waterway.
This is bad.
Yeah. When you belched there, right, your little smoke bubble came out that said erectile dysfunction.
I've got that ED, baby. Why are we fixating on that? He actually gave so much good information.
I know,
James
yeah.
actually gave so
You
much
can't- I
good
know.
information.
It's-
That was like we're almost
He
like
knew-
fucking shitting on what he said.
He knew what he was getting himself into. The information that he said to us is there. The information is there. But what we put around it, it's our own business, right?
Fucking hell.
Oh
Maybe I should have babysitted that interview.
Right. And Finn episode.
Finn
Sean Finnegan.
Finn Mooney.
Oh, fuck off.
We done?
Oh, I tried to press stop. But
Man.
didn't press stop.